right, good morning everybody and welcome. We're so excited to have everybody here to celebrate the center's 35th anniversary. So 35 years ago this weekend is when this building was dedicated and opened. So we figured instead of making everybody come out on the weekend, we would come out today and just end the week on a good note. So we've got entertainment this morning. We have Darwin Dice and Lee Canton, who just welcomed you all with such a lovely song. And maybe you've seen them around at different events. We're really excited to hear them play today. And they are called Happy to Be Here because they, like you, are happy to be here. So we're looking forward. So we're really looking forward to just a fun day of celebrating and fellowship with each other. So just take time to enjoy one another. I want to thank Jenny first because she spent a lot of time prepping all these kind of the memorabilia around this slideshow. She's been putting a lot of time into that. And thank the kitchen staff and all of the volunteers who's helped set everything up for today. We really appreciate the time and effort that you guys have put in. And there are so many more people we'll thank this afternoon, so don't feel like I've forgotten you if you didn't hear anything right now, but we're really just grateful to be able to have the opportunity for everybody to join and gather and have an opportunity to socialize. So with that, I'll leave you with Darwin and Lee and enjoy. There is popcorn up here, and he did tell me he has no issues if you need to use the restroom or get a beverage or refill your popcorn. Feel free to get up and walk around as you need.
So it looks like we might have a bunch of shy Lutherans because nobody's sitting in the front row here. I don't know about that. So.
She's right. We are indeed really happy to be here, and we'll tell you some stories about why that is so. But thank you so much for having us. Do you, do you, do you, do you? Song I wrote, I hope you learn it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble. When you worry, make it double. Don't worry, be happy. worry, be happy. Otis Redding had a lot of really fun songs. You remember him from the 50s and 60s. This is one of my favorites. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the tide roll in, and I'll watch it roll away again. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I had nothing to live for, looks like nothing gonna come my way. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I just remain the same. I'm sitting here resting my bones, and it's loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, waiting down. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll just remain the same. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Because I'm not. Darwin Dice on the flute.
So, just a little bit about us, maybe. Might be interesting to know from Lee's perspective, you know, how we got interested in music and what maybe some of that stuff happened here in Marshall, too.
I have the fondest memories of, get rid of that. I have the fondest memories of Marshall. I'm a graduate of Southwest State, class of 1974. I went to college on the 9-year plan. So I spent a fair amount of time. I know all the paths, by the way. Yeah, if you go out to the county park, which I can't remember the name of.
Camden, you mean?
Camden, I
State
mean.
Park. Yeah,
Camden
yeah.
State Park.
Ooh, yeah.
But I spent a lot of time here in Marshall, and it was here that my life pivoted. I thought I was going to be a speech teacher, and I left a video and filmmaker instead. But I walked out of here, 2 years is all I got to go here, out of those 9, the last 2 though. I walked out of here with a vocation and an avocation, playing music with friends. This town just soaked me in music, and it continues to with people like Darwin. And for me, and I should mention, I also walked away with my lifetime friends, the best one of all, my wife. We met here at Southwest State, dancing together in a theater production, and fell in love. And so, thank you, Marshall,
Yeah.
very much. Darwin!
Well, yeah.
And we started a band here, by the way, just as a fun thing for talent shows, called Clutching the Shifters. And it became a campus phenomenon that just ran away with us, so much so that a year after graduating, we all got together and quit our jobs, quit our careers, bought a school bus, and went on the road for 2 years playing 50s music, a la Sha Na Na. And so I had been playing together with those friends ever since that spring of 1973.
And the band happens to be in, is it the Midwest Music Hall of
The
Fame?
Mid-American Music Hall of Fame. Yep.
Yeah, so that's a big deal.
Well, it was grand. We got to travel and play in ballrooms and places like that when people were still going out to hear live music. Wow, it was a grand time. Thank you, and thank you for being here today. Because, if you don't show up, it's like singing in the shower. Darwin, when did you master that flute? It is such a treat. Darwin shares his talents with so many musicians. He comes and he sits in, and you can find him 100 miles north of here, finding a place to play. Thank you, Darwin. How'd you start?
Well, let's see. Probably started just listening to my mom. My bedroom was just off the living room where the piano was, and when I'd be going to bed, she'd be playing these Methodist hymns, and I'd fall asleep to all kinds of hymns, and they're just kind of into my cells, I guess. But maybe if you heard like Route 68 Big Band, I played trumpet in that for a while. Marshall had All My Favorites, played in that a bit, and then I've got a little jazz trio that my daughter sings in, and that's called Kindred Spirits, so maybe you'll hear us play sometime. And Pete Lothringer plays guitar in that. So, and we're getting some people in the front row. That's good. That's good. You're breaking the mold.
Darwin, I'm going to call an audible here because we were talking about our mothers. If you don't mind. Anybody remember the old song, Whispering Hope? Yeah. Well, to this day, my wife loves that song because as a kid, when we would finish dinner, there were 5 of us kids. When dinner was over, Mom sat down at the piano, and she took those moments while we did dishes to play, and she took those moments for herself. And as a mother of 5 kids and running a business, she didn't have many moments to herself. And this was her favorite song. And so I often sing it to soft as the voice of an angel, breathing a lesson unheard. Hope with a gentle persuasion whispers her comforting word. Wait till the darkness is over. Wait till the tempest is done. Hope for the sunshine tomorrow after the showers are gone. Whisper forget sorrow. Whispering on.
Beautiful song. So with that in mind, just talking about our moms, it happens to be October 13th, which is my mother's birthday. And she would have been 104 today. So I wrote a piece about her. And
Yes,
maybe
please.
I'll read. I'll share. So it's called Keeping Vigil. And it goes like this. My heart swells with love and gratitude for you. I want you to know I'm keeping vigil. Keeping the thankfulness watch, so to speak. You passed so much gratitude to so many. Your thankfulness was not only second nature, but ever present and oh so peaceful. Often you recognize the bonds between the young and the old, the rich and the poor, the healthy and the not so healthy. You bestowed unexpected warmth, spoken appreciation of little things and big, rubbed off on those around you. In the midst of life's frenzied moments, time stopped as you allowed yourself pure pleasure, taking in the beauty of a big old tree or the tiny bud waiting to leaf. Time would always stretch to welcome a friend's visit while sharing fond recollection of deeds done and life lived. You are the compassion queen of thank yous, smiles, and being fine. Your disarming manner created canopies of comfort, so I want you to know, Mom, I'm keeping vigil. Thanks to you, I am easily drawn into the simple and the grand. I'll do my best to keep the Thanksgiving light on. Thanks to you, Mom. Thanks to you. Okay, thank you, Lee.
I never met his mother, but she raised him, so I love her.
Yeah. She was a sweet lady.
All right, what would you like to do next then?
Well, I like that change is gonna come. You wanna do that one?
Yeah. I was born by the river in a little tent, just like that river. I've been rolling ever since. It's been a long time coming. Change is gonna come. I hope it will. It's been too hard living. I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming.
all right.
Actually, here's another blues tune.
Okay.
What do you got going?
Well, I was thinking, count on me. That's
Well, that's fine. Okay, let's
that's
do
not
that.
fine.
Let's do that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bruno Mars.
All right.
My singing partner always says, "Where? Where?
Yeah.
Where?" Not here. Not here. He's not coming. Let's see. We were doing this. There we go. There we go.
Maybe it's an E. Who knows? So there's room to dance up front if anybody wants to come up and dance. So.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and the sea, I'll be the light to guide you. To find out what we're made of when our friends are in need. Oh, you can count on me. I 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh, yeah. If you toss and you turn and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. If you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. You find out what we're made of when our friends are in need. Well, you can count on me. Like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. You always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never leave you, I'll never say goodbye. You can count on me. Like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, yeah. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
All right, that's kind of a good theme song for community centers and places like this that bring people
Boy,
together.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. It was fun watching you all gather and you see old friends, the conversations, and then you just go down and heads closer together and telling stories about what you're doing. Congratulations! 35 years that you put this together and have kept it going. Hats off to you.
Yeah. And by the way, some people say it's not appropriate for us to be wearing hats, but we're doing this out of a courtesy because we're both so bald that if the light catches in the reflection, you guys are gonna be feeling it. So, yeah, just
Always think of the audience.
always
think of the
thinking.
audience.
Yeah. But I figure the older I get, the more different hats I can wear and not really care about it.
Literally?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a hat guy now.
yeah. But you know, I do got to tell a story. There's this wonderful couple just came in here, and I won't mention any names here, but they were out walking around these wonderful trails in Marshall.
Oh, cool.
And, you know, and then, of course, you know, sat down to take a little rest, and they looked over on the other park bench, and sure enough, there was a young couple. They were just hugging and kissing a lot, and this guy was just kissing this gal all over the place. And so the wife, I won't mention any names here, says to her husband, says, well, why don't you do that?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he turns to her and says, well, honey, I don't even know that girl. It's a true story. Yeah.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch such a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly. Time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. I'll be coming home. Wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home. Wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch such a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly. Time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. Oh, I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. not sure if I still have a $2 bill in my guitar case, but if I do, it's yours if you can tell me why that song is named Unchained Melody. Oh, good, I keep my $2. And I'm not telling either. No, it was the theme song to a movie called Unchained, and had really no title, so it became Unchained Melody, even though it has nothing to do with chains or anything like that.
Hey,
What you got on your mind there?
what do you think we do?
Well, I
Do
think we
this
ought to
one.
Do that, yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then you were capoing on this one or
I
something?
was
were you?
capoing,
Yeah.
which is always fun.
So, a little history behind this next song. Actually, has anybody heard that singer-songwriter John Prine? He's just this wonderful songwriter. He's got the funniest song called Dear Abby, and it's worth looking up. We're not going to sing all the verses because they almost get a little bit too risque. But we're going to play off of that melody a little bit because talking with Katie when we were just beginning to get this thing rolling here, she said there's a lot of stories about what happens in this place. And so we're doing this in the form of letters to Dear Abby, and just to kind of let the world know a little bit about what happens here. But there's also going to be a chorus on here, and when we get to the chorus, then of course sing along. You'll catch along on how to do this. So, should we start with that first verse? Right?
Or sure, here, let's do the chorus.
Okay, do the chorus.
Dear Darwin, you have no complaints.
Uh-huh.
We are what we are, and we ain't what we ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen you should. The center's here, it might do you some good.
So that's going to be your part. And there will be different things, like it might be bewildered or still arguing will be the tag on that. So I'll do the first verse. This is similar to John Prine's. Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's fallen out and my rights are all wrong. My friends, they tell me I have no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Sign, Bewildered.
Bewildered, you have no complaints. We are what we are, and we ain't what we ain't. So listen up, Buster, listen you should. The center's here and might do you some good.
Dear Abby, bingo is law. We got 2 sheriffs, oh my, they're tall, who call the numbers best, the regulars or them. Call in the judge, 'cause we're still arguing. Sign, still arguing.
Still arguing. You have no complaints. We are what we are, and we ain't what we ain't. So listen, now Buster, and listen you should. The center's here, and might do you some good.
To last in this place, gotta make some good coffee. It's something folks take so seriously. And the cookies and bars so delicious. Joanne's pie so good they make me suspicious. Sign, sorry about that, caffeinated.
Try this one. Honey caffeinated. You have no complaints. We are what we are, and we ain't what we ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen you should. The center's here and might son good.
So a lot of times in places like this, there's always requests to change the temperature. You know, sometimes you turn it up, sometimes you turn it down, and then you turn it up and down and up and down. So, yeah.
Where was I?
We're gonna get ready on that one here. And dear Abby, first cold, then hot. Temps get adjusted, but satisfied we're not. Maybe our bodies turn teenage again. That would explains how our temps have been. Signed, Hot Flashes.
Hot flashes, you have no complaints. We are what we are and we ain't what we ain't. So listen up, Buster, listen you should. The sender's here and might do you some good. Ooh.
Okay, so this last verse is about, for some reason, some things are getting misplaced around here. And there actually will be a name mentioned that, my name is Darwin, but it's a different Darwin that maybe you all
Oh,
know.
that changes everything. Now, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
Darwin, stand up. Where are you?
Oh, there we
he
go.
is. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Laugh at his expense, all right?
'Tis claimed accidental when Coton keys disappear. This seems to happen throughout the year. Board President Darwin has done it again. Right under our noses, this peculiar trend. Signed, Keyless Not Clueless.
Keyless, not clueless. So, keyless, not clueless. You have no complaints. We are what we are and we ain't what we ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen you should. Center's here and might do you again. All you people, you have no complaints. We are what we are and we ain't what we ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen you should. The center's here and might do you some good. Yes, the center's here and might do you some good.
So if some of those verses made you a little squeamish, you gotta blame Katie for that.
All right. As long as we're in that vein of made-up songs, Southwest Minnesota Arts Council gave me a grant to study songwriting. You can be the judge of whether that worked or not on the basis of this next song. I play a lot in senior citizen centers and nursing homes, and I kind of got this song from a conversation with one guy there. Well, I find myself hanging around between 65 and dead. I think too hard about that. It kind of messes with my head. I don't know what happens next. I haven't got a clue. With the time that remains for me, well, I wonder what to do. 'Cause it's too late to die young and leave a handsome corpse. It's too late for me to learn how to ride a racing horse. It's too late. The organ bank don't want me to give. One thing I know for sure, though, it's a fine time to live. It's too late to be a wonder kid, to be a golden boy. It's too late for a pretty girl to want me for her toy. it's an awkward age, 'cause it's too late to die young and live a handsome course. It's too late for me to learn how to ride a racing horse. It's too late. You're the bank, they don't want me to give. One thing I know for sure, it's a fine time to live. Story turns better at this point. On the other hand, no longer do I have to go to work and put up with my boss. He was a nasty little jerk. The hours of every day are always left for me to spend. What I do with what I got will define me in the end. So I give my time to little kids and old ones young at heart. I hang around and help my friends as they pursue their art. We're trying to leave some good behind and spread it far, so my son can look up to the sky and call me a star. 'Cause it's too late to die young and leave a handsome corpse. It's too late for me to learn how to ride a racing horse. It's too late. The organ bank, they don't want me to give. One thing I know for sure, it's a fine time to live. Yeah, one thing I know for sure, it's a fine time to live. Thank you. Thank you. That was fun. Oh, really fun. And you know that. You know that what some think is the end of life. My, how many of you have grown some new hobby, some new thing, some new way of seeing the world since you got to retire? It's just it's such a grand time of life, ain't it?
It is.
Ain't
It is. You know, I look out here and I see a lot of people that are yogis. They come to chair yoga class, either at the Y or at Boulder or at Hill, and I'm lucky enough. That's one of my new vocations. I get to teach chair yoga once in a while, so and it keeps me a little bit more limber. Although I still have to put that WD-40 in my arms once in a while. So.
Young girl from Minnesota had the #1 song in 1936. This one, we do a little version made popular by Izzy, a man named Israel, a singer in Hawaii. His version has become so popular that it's kind of the state song of Hawaii. not too far behind. Leave the troubles like a lemon drops high above the chimney tops, so that's where you find me somewhere over the rainbow. The dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Where troubles never drops high above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find That's why. What do you want to make sure we get played here? That's a funny thing. At first, when you're starting to play, you say, can we come up with enough songs? Now it's, do we have enough time to get all these songs in? Do you want to do Hallelujah, or what do you want to do? No.
How about Let It Be or Moon Dance?
Yeah, yeah. How about that? Let it be.
Let it be.
We can't let
Yeah.
this gathering go by without a Beatles song, can we? 1964, The Ed Sullivan Show, February, they show up, and music utterly changes. It changes so much that Ricky Nelson wrote a song about it, you know, about the garden party, how music changed just kind of overnight. It's remarkable now when we think back about it. But. And they only stuck around for 6 years. I find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she's standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there's still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. It's her words of wisdom, Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart. Good night. Thank you. That's all really I can say. There's a lot of adults in this room. So don't do something foolish tonight.
I can see the teenagers still inside some of these people though.
Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, this is the big finish. Good night, sweetheart. Good
Thank you very much, Marshall Adult Community Center. All right, very good. Thanks, Katie. Really.